Fishing is my life. From I was a kid, I've been doing commercial fishing, and I think a whole lot about my fishing resources. Fishing is going down all over the Caribbean, all over the world.
We all are speaking with one voice, that when we fish, we fish in a sustainable manner, that will guarantee that these fish for tomorrow.
In the future, we're going to have either sustainable fisheries, small-scale sustainable fisheries, or no fisheries at all.
The scientists can't solve this. The NGOs can't solve this.
I know the currents. I know the fish. We know what we are doing.
And they can't do it by themselves. Of course the minister, of course the NGOs, of course the national government are going to have to help them. But when the incentive comes from the local communities need to have sustainability of their own resources, if that becomes the leading highest goal, and we all get behind that, then it can work.
At the end of the day, we rely on each other to survive.
I will not stop fishing. Fishing will have to stop me.
I love the sea because the sea is our future. When I go, I wanted to leave something behind that can feed the next generation.
These guys have grown up with the ocean. They love the ocean. They want to see it. They want to see it like they used to see it when they were kids.
It's something that I love. So I will have to try and protect what is there.
We need to protect the ocean. We need to protect the young juvenile fish. You need to protect the area that they grow, the barn, the hatches, their spawning ground.
If you have a livelihood and it's threatened and you do nothing to protect it, then more than likely you may die.
They have a lot of people that they haven't done anything else all their life.
Fishers, even though they may not have the same academic levels, can be just as intelligent as scientists.
No question, start the work.
If we can see to work together, I think the whole plant will benefit.
Influential in the society, in the group. We need the science to know how the fish stocks are done, and we need the fishermen to tell the scientists where and when.
Last but not least,
We have the field knowledge, you have the book knowledge.
So by working along with the scientists, I know that I'm protecting the stock.
You have a few fishermen that are really giving fishing on a whole and fishermen a bad rap.
Some of them do some harvesting in some very destructive manner, you know, so those are the ones you have to try and talk with.
So enhancing these good, solid fishermen and having them take their message to all corners of the Caribbean is the initiative that is needed.
I want the fishermen of the whole world to know that whatever we do to the ocean, we're doing it to ourselves.
We are talking the same language. We have problems. We need to solve them, but we need to incorporate
if
fishermen.
only one person says something, they're going to look at you and laugh.
This situation has to be fixed by everybody, not by one or two.
Knowledge is not as expensive as ignorance, if you allow ignorance to prevail.
If these guys can get it together for some Caribbean-wide initiative, be able to have their voice heard in the regulatory process, that'd be great. And I think there'd be people that would like to work with them, scientists and regulators.
Artisanal fishers very much want marine protected area and appreciate them.
Fishermen, they're well aware, they love their environment, that is what they depend on.
If you know something to be wrong, and you don't speak out against it, then you are actually condoning it.
If enforcement needs to happen, it needs to happen from people who are there.
Fishers can enforce in themselves achieve a higher level of compliance.
Even if we're making laws and putting them in black and white and we're not enforcing them, we're not doing any changes.
The fishing is a form of hunting. So if you were hunting with tanks and armored vehicles and howitzer, how long do you think Bambi's and his cohort would last?
There will be no fish.
The artisanal fisheries, on the other hand, they can be conducted in such a way that they are sustainable.
There's no way conservation could be done without the input of the fisher folks.
Nobody can feel like the fisher. Nobody else knows what the fisher has to encounter on a day-to-day basis.
For fishermen, I am the one who supported them by helping them to get fishermen together, to sit with them, talk with them, educated them about their fishing area. We have the majority of people in our community change from 1 inch mess, upgraded to 1.5 inch, 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches.
They had a striking example with that marine park that we established near to the village, Laughing Bird Key.
They have about 14 spawning aggregation sites in Belize, and only 2 of them are not in marine protected areas.
The group in Belize, you know, their efforts in protecting those spawning aggregations, that's a success.
We didn't get funding for the turtle protection program. We just volunteered it, no money, just for free, just for ourselves, just to see the population of the turtle come back.
We have done a lot, but we are not resting on our laurels, and we think there's a lot more that can be done.
It's good to come there and say, look, I found a solution. We're going better. We start doing something. Instead of saying, oh, please come help me.
We are looking at different ways to look at the whole wider Caribbean to try and make fisheries a little more sustainable for future generations to come.
We were able to have quite a number of fishers, and they were able to sit down and come up with some ideas.
This is nice to listen to papers and everybody talk, but then where does it go from here?
I look to see things happen, but they don't happen until they happen.
Sometimes I ask if we are separated by water or if we are connected by water.
We have to take care of it all together.